How you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, it's that time again to take a look at what in the world we're allowed to know about what's going on right now. Anything that we need to know, any message that we can get from the light beings surrounding us now. So, let's take a look at that today together. Usually there's some sort of encouragement or explanation or hope or things like that. So that's what we're about to take a look into. See if we can have a little bit of a change of pace from some of the videos that have gone up on this channel here lately. So, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and usually we take a look at the tea with the tarot, but these videos are where we kind of pull it all down, just tap in and get centered and leave everything up to spirit. No questions or anything like that. Just leave it all up to whatever we're meant to know. So that's what we did here today. For those that don't know, I tap into, my space, kind of get calmed down, breathe, get in a good channel, and I type up whatever the message is for the day. And then I read it out here, and I'll share it too in the comments so that people have that as well. But let's see. Let me go ahead and pull it up here on my end. And we will take a peek at the messages for today. So, first of all, I've got one here. To say now on this video, there's always a second message for the Perk Squad members. So if anybody would like to be a Perk Squad member, you just click the join button below or the link in the description box that can take you over there. You can become a member of the Perk Squad, and there's lots of extra perks that'll tell you all about it. There's even more than what it tells you there. Things like every week we do a weekly forecast to see what's coming up for us. So there's that too. If you feel like you need this kind of thing on a weekly basis, I got you covered there on the Perk Squad. But one of the perks is that there's extended videos that are just unique to Perk Squad members. So we always do 2 channeled messages when we do this. And so I've got the first one here for y'all, and there's a second one over there for Perk Squad folks. Perk Squad shout outs, that's what we need to do next. So as I'm clicking over here on my computer, one of the perks is that someone from the membership gets to have a video shout out. So today's shout out, I'm just clicking on the very first person that pops up on the membership over here. So shout out to September Claire. Shout out to you. Thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. Happy to have you here, September Claire. And I love that name. That's a very interesting name. Is that like your birth month or something? So shout out to you, and thank you for being a member. Happy to have you. And yeah, maybe next time will be your shout out. So, anywho, without further ado, let me go ahead and get on into this channeled message right y'all. And so, for today, the channeled message is, all, we have come here today with another message for you. This is a message of hope, and it is a message of forthcoming perseverance. As we continually say during these messages, these are difficult times. These times present challenges to many, and it is understandable why many on your planet are losing hope. But rest assured, all is well in a spiritual sense. Rest assured, all will continue to flow in and out to maintain balance within the God force of all that is. For in all things, there is an ever-changing balance of all that is. You may interpret this as good versus bad, light versus dark, or any other opposites. But we interpret these as all parts of the one. We do not make an enemy of anything, for it is all part of the one. In this way, to send hatred to one is to send hatred to all. To consider darkness of one is to consider darkness of all. It is all connected. In some way or another, it is all one. We understand this may be confusing to some. We understand this may be offensive to others. But indeed, it is true. So please, have hope that in the grandness of all that is, there will always be a spiritual balance of perpetual fluctuation. And please, have hope that in the grandness of all that is, there will always be a means of persevering, of moving forward, of learning, and of growth. Growth as a people, growth as a planet, growth as a system, growth as a universe, growth as a spiritual awareness of its own oneness. Each of you on your planet, whether you consider someone to be powerless or powerful, whether you consider someone to be good or evil, each of you is only one piece of the main, one grain of salt, one speck of dust, one molecule of a multiverse. Though each person, each feeling, and each thought has importance, it is all just one piece of a much, much larger picture. Just as one pulled thread cannot ruin a magnificent tapestry, one action, one person, or even one species cannot ruin the fabric of oneness from whence we all came and to which we all return. It is safe, and so you too are safe. Please remember this and call upon us when you need us. We love you so very much. The Council of Spirit Guides. So, I don't know what y'all think of that one. Let me know down below. But there's a couple of things that pop out to me as I'm reading it back. I've told people time and time again, when I'm channeling it and typing it up, it's kind of just coming in and out. And so I'm not really paying attention to what I'm writing necessarily, because that's not how the channeling works for me. So as I read these back, then I start to pick up on things that I didn't pick up on the first time as I was writing it. And I'm like, oh, Lord. So it's very interesting to me that they're saying, like, each person and each feeling and each thought is very important, and yet it's still only one little piece, one little speck in the multiverses of everything that is. And so it's like, whereas we might give a lot of importance to, somebody that did this one certain thing, or this one certain foul ass human being, really bad person or whatever, or, our species as a whole. And they're saying, like, one thing on its own like that, one person, one action, one species, whatever, it can't ruin the fabric of oneness that there is. So it's basically, they're saying that's where we came from, that's where we all return. It's safe there, and nothing here can screw that up, basically. That no matter how much we're like, this one person's rotten, or this thing, or whatever, it's like, at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, all the dust has settled, the core of you is safe. Like the way that my mind is trying to kind of understand this, and I don't know if this is, completely accurate or not. I'm just, I guess, verbally processing here. But it kind of, in my mind, is like when you're having a bad dream and the dream is terrible, but then you open your eyes and you're like, oh, thank God that was just a dream. It's almost like as if life in a way is like, oh, thank God that was just a dream when we wake up out of it. Or how sometimes, people might refer to life as a video game. I've heard people say like, yeah, what if we're all just in a simulation or something? And maybe we're in a simulation, maybe we're not. Maybe it's a silly little one, maybe it's a divine one, maybe it isn't a simulation at all, but it does make you think of like, oh, well, in a video game, you quote unquote, wreck things in video games, hurt people in video games, get hurt in video games, get, killed in video games and stuff, you die in video games, things like that, but then it's just all contained within the game. There may be some valid experiences, there may be some things you learn, there may be some ways you grow, there may be all of that, but what happens in there does not ruin your safety here, kind of thing. And so I guess my brain is just kind of trying to wrap my mind around what they're saying by way of thinking of it as a dream or a video game or stuff like that. Not saying that we don't get value out of where we are and that we shouldn't try to get value out of where we are, and leave this world a better place than when we found it. But it does kind of help to me to kind of, I guess, ground all this out, make everything feel like centered. This is the way that you can kind of get centered in all of this. And I also like the beginnings of this where it was talking about, since we all come from the one and go back to it, that we're all connected. And so it makes sense when they're saying, if you're hating on somebody, I hate that person, they're so sick, they're so, it's literally just sending that energy to yourself. So it just seems so pointless to do that. You want to hurt yourself, you want to send bad energy to yourself. Well, why would you want that kind of thing? And so it seems like that. So I don't know. There's a lot of different things in here. A lot of texture to this one that I'm gonna have to kind of sit and marinate on. But interesting. So, yeah, wow. I'll probably, even if this to me felt helpful and positive and to where we wouldn't necessarily need a B-roll to end out the video, I'll probably stick one on there anyway because puppy shenanigans, whatever, whatever, it makes things easy. So to just end things with a smile and stuff like that. So I'll put a little B-roll on the end of this. And of course, like I said, second message coming up for Perk Squad members, whoever is interested in that, then I have that coming your way soon. And yeah, I guess I'll just be thinking of more videos to kind of throw down the pipeline here. There's lots that's been happening apparently. So I just got to get caught up and figure out where to start. So we'll be doing that. And yeah, let's take a moment to just be like, we made it to May 2025. Look at us go. Look at us go. We're here and we're doing it. So we're in this together. As always, big hugs to all of y'all. Y'all know that I love you, mean it. So don't be a stranger. Come back and see me. And I will talk at you later. Bye, y'all. Yeah, we were wanting to see if they get let in. What do they do on the yoga mat? The first thing that anybody did was Scooter got on it and licked his dick. That's not exactly what we thought was going to happen. We thought somebody was going to do a cute little stretch, a cute little downward dog. But no, Scooter came in, curled up, licked his dick. That's how we did our yoga practice here. The dick lick. Not as sacred as what I was thinking was going to happen. That was the only thing. You let them in, and we thought they were going to do some cute stretches. He stood there. Scooter licked his dick. Oh, there we go. That counts. You're an assist. You're helping her with the assist. Yeah, good. Squee did real yoga. You did dick lick. That was it. Oh, now we're going to do like American football here or something. Trying to come in with the tackle. All right, well. This is distinctly not yoga, Teddy. Hey, no. This isn't yoga. Wow, we were supposed to have chill. That's... Yeah, this isn't where this was supposed to go. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yep, that's... Oh, Jesus. Yep, this is not what yeah, okay. This was supposed to be wholesome and relaxing. This was supposed to be wholesome and relaxing. Stop with the dick licks. You licked your own and now you're licking Bodie's? God, licking everybody's dick on the yoga mat. My gosh.
They both match this mat really good.
And then now you're thinking about how the puppies coordinate well with the mat, with their colors. Oh my gosh. Bodie, we're not a jungle gym. Your parents are not a jungle gym. Wow, okay, well, you know, and now he's being right beyond her. This is distinctly not how yoga was supposed to end. Thought we were going to be a relaxing family together.
That's how they relax.
I didn't know we were going to turn into this. Jeez, oh my gosh, now they're on my mat.
I'm surprised your card system there.
I know. Oh my god. Okay. This is not yoga, but I guess it is exercise, so we'll take it for what it is. Oh Jesus. We need peacefulness, okay, Scooter? So none of those big barks. This is a time of zen. It's supposed to be. Now Squee wants in. What are you gonna do, Izzy? What was that? Okay, Izzy, you did a whole lot of nothing. Buddy, Daddy's not home base. Now Izzy's in there making noises because Scooter probably tried to hump her.
Yeah.
Y'all are being inappropriate with my yoga cards. This is too long. This video is like 4.5 minutes already.
Like a full video.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised.
I'll have to edit it down.
Izzy's out, Scooter's out. There's only these two. Well, pretty much Buddy's out. It's just Teddy trying to.
Teddy, everyone's done.
He's biting me. You see it?
Are you licking dick on my mat now?
Now he did it on both mats.
You licked dick on both mats. Congratulations, Scooter. You're a creeper. Alright, I gotta end this.
I gotta get up 'cause